I know what you're thinking, Sefhi, another tier list video, don't you have anything better to do? But the reality is that every Korean gacha loves to update on Thursday for some reason. Do not ask me why, I assume it's the best day in Korea to update games, but every gacha does it the same way. Ike, Trical, Starseed, Lost Sword, like every gacha that I play as Korean, update is the same day. So we're gonna be talking once again another tier list updated video, this time on Lost Sword and on Tiamat, the new character Holly, aka a pilgrim, a wizard that just released a few hours ago. So as you can see, I got her to core 3, I got her card, and I got her pet with 1 dupe. So we're gonna be talking a little bit about some interesting stuff about her and the updated tier list. Before we start, as usual, thank you to all my patrons for making this content possible. Love you all bosses, you can join them with the links in the description down below with YouTube and with Coffee. All that said, let's start with the Tiamat updated tier list and what's going on with Lost Sword. So Lost Sword has introduced a really big update with a lot of quality of life, but we're going to be focusing mostly on the new character itself, which is, once again, Tiamat. Amazing looking character, one of my favorite designs. I most likely will stop at core 3. It's a really good point to stop putting for characters, but we'll stop here. Let's start with the tier list and then we'll go over a few things that she has that are really cool. So first of all, when it comes to the tier list, I think it's no surprise, but she's a T0 character. She is, as of right now, the strongest DPS in the game, even stronger than Lisa. Not only she is stronger than Lisa, like overall stronger, right? As you can see right here, same team, same gear on Merlin and on Tiamat. Merlin is doing 14, Lisa 28, 27, 22. So 21 here, 23 Tiamat, 26 and 26 are doing the same damage, both of them. Now, you might be thinking, okay, that's not the strongest, that's still, catching up or the same. But you can build her focusing around crit damage. This is the first character you can actually build on crit damage. This was core 1. This was not core 3. This was with my character only with 1 dupe. So Lisa core 2, Tiamat was core 1 when I did this. So right now she's doing even more damage. Right now she's doing close to 70 million versus 30 on Lisa. Of course, this is including right now 31% critical hit chance, 10% more on magic, almost 380 critical damage increase, and that's not including the 10% critical hit chance here, so that's another, that will be 50%, plus the pet, which would be the Phoenix, giving us another 10%, which would be the 60% we have right now, I believe. I might be missing a source somewhere, but I think that's it. I could get it even higher if we were to use something like the Morgana card, for example, because that's also giving you another 10%. So you could be getting this to 70, 80, depending on what you have. But again, just with that, before she was 3 stars and the skills level 4, she was doing 50 million and now she's doing close to 70, which is, like I was saying, the strongest character in the game. There is multiple things though. Even though you can build her around critical damage, it really depends what you want to do. So for example, I have double attack here. I would like to get 1 more critical if possible. My equipment, actually, I had this stuff saved from a while ago because I was thinking, okay, maybe at some point we can do crit damage builds, so I'll save this. And it looks like it did pay off because this stuff, she's doing more damage with this than with the quadruple attack. So triple critical damage, 1 attack, max out when it comes to the refinement. I'm running a normal right now, as you can see, triple critical resistance increase. By the way, speaking on stats, I'm gonna be updating the guide because as we play more, we discover what the stats are good and what the stats are bad, and we know a lot more right now as to what priority we should be getting. Attack is still like the best overall, best stat you can get, but it depends on the character and a lot of things. So I'm gonna be updating the guys on the website, as usual, link in the description for that. I am using a transformation scroll for another 10% hit chance. You could be switching this for something else depending on what you have, but I like this one. And I'm using this rune right now with a triple critical damage with a refine at 100 as well. She was quite expensive to build, honestly, and I got a little bit of a shaft at the beginning. My initial pulls were not that good, but she was worth it at 100%. The way she works so well and the reason why she's doing so much damage is because her skills allow her to constantly spam this skill. This skill is doing 550 basically percent of attack to all enemies, and if there are 3 targets or more, she will be doing an 8 extra percent additional damage, which is pretty good. And then of course her ultimate not only deals 1000% damage, but also will change her skill. It will basically make it so you can constantly spam her skill. No cooldown, no nothing. For 13 seconds. Skill, skill, skill. That's why she's doing so much damage. Now, this is, of course, a 34-second cooldown, so it's quite long. But thanks to this and her passives, she's becoming basically the strongest character in the game and the highest critical hit chance base in the game as well, by the way. Her passives are all self-buffs. She is a pure DPS, no utility. Attack increase, ignore damage reduction, she's giving herself more critical hit chance, more critical damage increase, like she's just self-buffing herself a lot. When we talk about Tiamat versus Merlin, that was my initial test, who was gonna be better, but the reality is that they are two completely different characters. I think it's fair if we compare Tiamat with Lisa. Two DPS characters, pure DPS units. Merlin is a utility character. She has the freeze, she has the crit chance, and that's what's making her so good, plus her card giving attack to everyone. But when we compare Tiamat, it has to be to Lisa. As of right now, I will say personally that Tiamat is even stronger than Lisa, and if you just started playing the game, you should be 100% pulling for her. When it comes to the pros, a couple things that I've been checking. She does more damage when there are more ads. So if you are on stages where there are a lot of ads, she's gonna be doing more damage. But even on single target for bosses, she is still doing the most damage in the game. So pretty good. Like I was saying earlier, she has the highest base critical chance in the game by far. And you can increase this even more with her card, with Merlin, with the Phoenix. And you could be switching instead of her card to Morgana's card. Again, it depends on your setup, but highest base critical chance, which means finally we get used for critical damage builds instead of pure attack. And the best thing about her, in my opinion, is that she can be used on any team composition, and you don't have to worry about if she's gonna be fitting or if she's like, for example, like Ran, where she deals more damage to enemies affected by shock, or like Christina, where she's dealing more damage to enemies burning. No, she will just work out of the box, which is really good. And she's really good as well for the new game mode, of course, that they just released, which is gonna be this one right here. I will be making a separate video probably on this game mode. I am still figuring out a good team that I can auto 100 million on all of these. So on all 5 stages. I got 3 of them already done, and I need to figure out these 2 now on auto, like I was saying, because I am somewhat lazy. So if I can auto everything, leave it alone, I will do that. When I figure that out, I will make a separate video talking about the new game mode. All that said though, I don't think there's anything else to say about Tiamat. She is a really strong character. I will suggest if you just started playing, go pull for her 100%. She is worth getting, and if you can get multiple dupes, it's gonna be even better. Last thing before we say goodbye, if you're wondering why we're doing Stonehenge level 3, is because it's better to get cubes in here. They just increase the max level of cubes, so I am farming for a couple hours here so I can get my cubes up. I already got the blue to 260, and I want to increase my purple cubes at least to 220, 240 if possible. That's what I farm on stage 3 because you get a lot more drops consistently, and I just dismantle all my gear. That's it. That's gonna be for this video. As usual, I love you all, bossos. You have all the content on our website when it comes to Lost Sword and the other games we cover. Feel free to go there. Any feedback is welcome. We are not live today. We might be live tomorrow. As usual, have a great day. Good luck with your pool generates. I'll see you in the next one.